Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a basic 15-minute or less everyday look, and then I'm also going to be showing you guys how to quickly and easily transition that day look into an evening look, which is what you see right now. A lot of us work either 9-to-5 jobs, we go to school, we do both, so we really do need something that we can wear every day and that's appropriate for every day and doesn't take long. It isn't a huge hassle. So that is why I'm doing this video. I have done one in the past, but I wanted to kind of do a more updated one because I've been getting requests from you all to do an updated one. So I hope you guys like this. If you are new around here, then please hit the subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, please go back and double check and make sure that the bell next to the subscribe button is turned on for you so that you receive all of my uploads and not only some of them. So without further ado, let's jump into this makeup tutorial. Alright, so this look is literally going to take like 10 or 15 minutes. So you definitely want to start out by priming your skin. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. You also want to make sure you start off with moisturized skin as well. So I did moisturize off camera, and I always start on my brows. My brows are the first thing I always start on. Whether I'm doing a full face or an everyday face, I always make sure my brows are on because I can't have a face without brows. Using a brow pencil to do this. When I'm doing like a natural, like everyday sort of look, I do prefer a pencil rather than like a brow gel or a pomade, because pencils, they give you more control, I feel like, and you just add a softness to the brows that a gel or a pomade just can't really give you. It fills them in nicely, but it's still soft. Like, they're not like super defined and they're not like overly done. Depending on how much time I have, I unfortunately sometimes have to just like keep them like this, but majority of the time I do carve them out with concealer, and I carve them out with my MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC15. This is a holy grail for me. I love carving my brows out with it and just using it as a concealer in general for my face. whatever's left over on my eyelids. Not too much though. I usually put down a much like thicker base when I'm doing a full face, but for my everyday face, you just need a really thin one. And honestly, you can even forego a base. Like this isn't even necessary, but I just like for my lid to just be a blank canvas. Like I just like how the concealer just smooths out my eye and makes it all the same color. So that's why I do this, but it's a step that's not necessary when you're doing an everyday face. Alright, so from there, I move on to my foundation. In all honesty, ever since I had my daughter, I don't wear makeup every day like I used to. Like I used to wear it all the time, especially like working at Sephora. But now that I'm a mom, it's just so unrealistic for me to wear makeup every day. When I hug her, I like for our faces to touch. I can't do that if I'm wearing makeup, so I don't wear it every day anymore. But when I did, I would usually just use like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer instead of a foundation. That's what I would do for my everyday. But since I don't wear makeup every day anymore, and I only wear makeup if I'm like going out or if I'm filming for YouTube, I always use foundation. So at this point, I don't even know where my BB cream or tinted moisturizer is. So I'm just gonna use a foundation. But if you do have a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream, definitely use that. It's not as heavy as a foundation is, but it still gives you a decent coverage for an everyday look. I'm gonna take my nose ring out for this part, but because this is like an everyday look, I'm not gonna put as much foundation on like I normally do, just a few spots. This is just for an everyday look, so you don't need like crazy coverage or anything. And now I'm gonna go back in with my Pro Longwear concealer. Apply that underneath my eyes. Along my nose, but definitely underneath the eyes. Regardless if I'm doing like a full face or an everyday look, I always appreciate nice under eye coverage. So you have that nice coverage underneath there. And then I go in with my Color du Jour No More Shine powder to just help set that under eye area. And while that's baking, I then go in with my foundation powder. I usually toggle between either my BH Cosmetics Pro Studio powder in the shade 230, or I will use my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC30. So that's what I'm using today. I'm using my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC30. And just, you know, circular motions. If you want more coverage, you can just pat it, like pack it on like that, and that'll give you like more coverage. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it, what you're in the mood for that particular day. dust away this powder that's been baking. Then go in with my bronzer, and I like to use the NYC bronzer in the shade Sunny, and I'll just like bronze like near my hairline, and then of course I'll do like my cheekbones. You don't have to do anything too heavy, but just enough to where, you know, it's just a little warmed up. So boom, nothing crazy. And then I go in with this double-ended Smashbox brush. And I use the fluffy side to, you know, put shadow onto my lids. And I put this all over my lid, and I bring it high enough to where it can also be like a transition shade as well, so like that. And it just gives, you know, your eyes just like a nice wash of color. So that is what I do. I do not set my brow bone. I just leave it as it is. And then I use the other end of that brush to contour my nose ever so slightly. But you know, this is an everyday look, so you don't have to go as hard on the contour as you would like a full face. And then I take my MAC in Extreme Dimension Lash mascara and I apply that. I love this brush. Whenever I order from MAC, I always order this mascara. It's my favorite. Do about 2 to 3 coats of mascara. I like for my lashes to be pretty like defined and nice and like separated. Do 1 coat of mascara for my bottom lashes. Then for my lips, I'm gonna just put on a little chapstick first. And then I'm gonna go in with my Saint Germain lip gloss by MAC. It's just the closest thing to me, so it's the only reason why I'm putting it on. Alright, so that is my everyday look right here, okay? So super simple, like you can literally do this in like 15 minutes. It's so quick and easy. This is perfect for work. It's perfect for back to school. It is perfect for every day. So yes. So now I'm going to quickly just show you guys how to transition to an evening look. So before I had Shia, sometimes my coworkers and I would go out after work. So we would either go like to a comedy show, we would go grab drinks, or go to like an arcade together. So I would just basically have to take my everyday beat and just do something that would allow me to transition into an appropriate evening look. So that was something that I would have to do within a 5 to 10 minute window. So I quickly had to figure out how to do that. So basically what I would do is I would bring lashes to put on something, you know, kind of dramatic like these. So these would be perfect. And then I would also bring like a bolder lip color. Today I'll be using San Juan by NYX Cosmetics. It's their soft matte lip cream. So these need to be measured, and I would personally like to curl them. These are very dramatic, but they're kind of flat, so they just need a quick pick-me-up. So I'm just gonna put these in the eyelash curler, and I just stick them in the eyelash curler like that. And then basically you can see the lash here, and I'll just basically take my finger and push it up against the tool here to really make it curl and make it lift. And this lash does need to be measured before I just go ahead and stick it on. So I'm gonna measure it really quick. But you do see the drama that this lash provides, okay, with me curling it. It just lifts it up. I love it. As of lately, I've been using the Duo lash glue, but it's the brush-on kind. And oh my gosh, like it dries the lash so fast. It's amazing. This really comes in handy when I'm working on clients. You have to be quick when you're working on other people, especially if you have like multiple appointments, or even if you don't have multiple appointments, you know, your clients have places to be. That's why they're coming to you to get made up, and you don't want to spend all day waiting on a damn lash to dry. So I just love this glue because it dries so fast. And then in the meantime, while this lash is drying, I'm going to take this lip off. I'm going to be using an orange lip liner. I don't know who this is by, but I picked it up from the beauty supply store. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on this lash. While this lash is drying, now I'm going to go ahead and apply my lip liner. Is on, I'm gonna go in with my San Juan lip cream. then of course I'm gonna add more bronzer. So this is my finished nighttime appropriate look. As you can see, it was super easy, something that you can totally do within 5 minutes. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one.